A spongy moth has actually been in North America for quite some time. It accidentally was released by Leopold Trouvelot way back in 1869, and it's been slowly spreading from the East Coast to the West. It's about as far as Wisconsin, but Washington and other Western states are constantly subject to intermittent introductions, not just from the eastern part of the United States, but also from overseas, parts of Europe and also parts of Asia where this is a native insect. Since that time, there have been several major defoliation events, and a defoliation event is pretty tough to live through. I grew up in the East, so I've been through a number of them, and what I can tell you is a defoliation event is when the population of caterpillars gets so out of control that they literally strip every leaf, every blade of grass, everything but an occasional lonely mountain ash tree, which is one tree they won't eat. So we're talking their preferred food, which is oak trees, maples, conifers, everything. Now in the East, they get a lot of defoliation from this critter every year, and that's not always a big deal. So an oak tree can be defoliated once and it can push new leaves out and usually survive it. However, a conifer cannot refoliate after it's been defoliated. And even though it's not a preferred food, in an outbreak scenario, they will absolutely eat it. And in fact, in 1981, one of the worst defoliation years ever, 12.9 million acres of forest were completely defoliated. And so for those who haven't lived through that, picture going out to the mountains in July and them being completely bare and it looking like the middle of winter. And it's worse. You have to deal with the feces from the caterpillar dropping from the sky like rain. And then now that we have a few natural controls that knock populations down, you have to deal with the aftermath of that as well. And that's pretty significantly, how do I put this, gross. So there's a natural virus that knocks down high populations called, we call it NPV virus, or nuclear polyhedrosis virus. And that basically causes the caterpillars to rot after they've reached a certain size. So you have literally millions of rotting caterpillars all over everything. So, you know, it's a pretty devastating thing. So here in Washington, we've never let it get that bad.
You can watch the rest of that interview by clicking the link below, and you can check out the Impact Archive for more in-depth interviews you won't find anywhere else.